In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best point guards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here, ranking from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30-ish of the best point guard cards right now in my team, and I'll be giving you guys all my opinions on these cards, where I do think they rank on this tier list from S all the way down to D. But let me know in the comment section down below what point guards you guys currently running in game, and let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. All your guys' thoughts and opinions down below. Would love to hear you guys, thoughts on my point guard tier list. But looking at the first point guard on this list, which is going to be the new 100 overall Devin Booker, and as much as I think this card might be a bit of a disappointment and a bit of a letdown to a lot of people, he is still one of the best point guards in this game. He's still 6'6" at point guard, has those 99 stats, those 30 Hall of Fame badges, and he's still going to have a very good jump shot on very quick timing. Sure, he didn't get his release change, and maybe it's not a top tier jump shot, but it's still one of the better jump shots in this game on very quick. He's still got the Garland dribble style. Most of his dribble sigs are definitely solid and usable in game. So I think he's still one of the best point guards. He's a 100 overall card. Is he top of S tier? Absolutely not. But is he a top 5 point guard? I would say pretty much most likely. Looking at the next point guard, it's going to be Galaxy Opal Oscar Robertson, and there's so many good point guards in this game now that honestly I think Oscar's probably in that C tier category. I do think he's still good. Like, he's definitely still very usable in game. He's not a bad point guard by any means, and you guys have to remember, every single card besides maybe the cards in D tier are going to be very usable and very elite at their position. There's only 30 cards on this tier list. Like, these are the top 30 point guards in the game damn near. So I think Oscar Robertson, I think fair, tier is C tier. 6'5" at point guard, 6'8" wingspan. He did come out quite a bit a while ago. He's only got his jump shot normal timing. He doesn't have very many good dribble sigs. So I do think he's very limited with that I think Oscar is going to be in C tier. Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels, he low-key might be B tier. I would personally take that Pink Diamond Dyson over Oscar Robertson. He's a little bit taller, 6'7" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan. His defense is top tier, like 99 steal, 97 perimeter, 92 block, 90 interior defense. Cards only got a quick jump shot. I wish it was on very quick. I think it would make this card's jump shot a lot better, but they did give him some new dribble sigs. He's got like a lot of the Devin Booker dribble sigs with the Devin Booker dribble style, Devin Booker escape, and Devin Booker behind the back, which are all very solid in game for a point guard. So I think Dyson Daniels maybe isn't as good as he could have been, but I think he's still very, very good and going to be a B tier point guard. Dwayne Wade, he's a little bit undersized. To me, he's more of like a C tier guy. Yes, he's very good defensively, and I think he can be good in game. I don't think he's a horrible point guard. He's still very good in C tier, right? 6'4" point guard, 6'11" wingspan, also going to be a great defensive point guard, but that jump shot just really isn't that great. So a little bit undersized point guard with not an elite level jump shot. Sure, he's got okay dribble sigs, like he's got solid dribble sigs, but I do think he's going to be in that C tier category. Tyrese Halliburton, probably also C tier. Just not a huge fan of this card's jump shot, and I'm clicking on the wrong thing, but Tyrese Halliburton, like, his jump shot is just not that great. I don't think his dribble sigs are that great either. I know he's a new card in game, so he might be exciting to try out for the first time, but realistically, he could maybe even be D tier. Like, that jump shot's just not great. These dribble sigs are solid, but they're not insane. I kind of want to put him in D tier, man. I really do want to put Tyrese Halliburton in D tier, and I think I actually will go ahead and do that. Now, Dark Matter James Harden is very good offensively. I think he's going to be in B tier. A way different point guard than Dyson Daniels. They do completely two different things. James Harden is so good offensively. I love his jump shot. I like his dribble sigs as well. He could be a lot better, defensively. Definitely not going to be up there with a card like Dyson Daniels or a majority of these top tier point guards, but I do think he makes up for it with his offensive play, and I do think he's going to be on that same level as a Dyson Daniels. Russell Westbrook is probably also B tier. I think he's actually underrated at point guard. I know he's a bit undersized, only 6'3" at point guard, 6'8" wingspan, but this card plays extremely well in game with that 99 speed, 99 agility, 99 driving dunk. He's an absolute beast at getting to the rim, and I think his jump shot is actually not that bad on very quick timing. His dribble sigs are solid. He's a really good rim running point guard, and he plays defense in game with his player model. I think he's a very underrated defender as well. So by no means do I think Russell Westbrook is this top tier dark matter point guard and is worth his price and he's S or A tier, but I think he's still solid. Definitely not worth his price, but I think he's still a solid point guard in that B tier category. Victor Oladipo is pretty much just a better Dwayne Wade. Now, is he a tier better than Dwayne Wade? I don't know if he is, but he's a very similar point guard to Wade. They're undersized at point guard, but do have a good wingspan, do have a good player model, very good defensively at the point guard position, can slash to the rim, but I don't know about his jump shot. Only Russell Westbrook dribble style is pretty much the only dribble sig that he has that is actually elite. So maybe the Luka moving step back is pretty good, but I think for Victor Oladipo, he's probably C tier. I would take Dyson Daniels because of his size over him at the point guard position, that I do think Victor Oladipo is going to be in C tier. Now, Dark Matter Shea, this is where it gets interesting. Is Shea a top 5 point guard in this game? Because I would like to keep my S tier to only the top 5 point guards, and there's 300 overalls that I'd probably all take over Shea. Then there's maybe a couple Dark Matters I would take over Shea as well. So that's a tricky one. I think I'll go Shea in S tier for now. He is still a very good two-way point guard. He's great defensively. He can score the ball at a high level. But I think he might be A tier at the end of this video, but we'll have to see with SGA. Austin Reeves, I think he's an A tier point guard. Very good offensively. Maybe you could argue B, but I do think Reeves is really good offensively. 6'5" point guard, 6'6" wingspan. Sure, he's not going to be a great defender, but he does have a very good jump shot on very quick timing. He's got good dribble saves, that Garland dribble style, that Garland behind the back, that I do think Reeves is still one of the better offensive point guards in this game. I think that makes him be at least the A tier category. J.R. Smith, not that great, going to be in C tier, kind of just a mid point guard at all levels. 100 overall MJ, probably the easiest S tier. I still think he's the best point guard in this game. I do think he's quite a bit better than Devin Booker, definitely better than Shea. He's a really good defender. He's obviously 100 overall, so he's going to play great defense in game. But I think the best thing about MJ is probably that jump shot. That release is seriously one of the fastest, one of the best 3-hunting jump shots in this entire game, that I do think it makes him in the S tier category. Stephon Castle, I think is probably on the same levels like a Dyson Daniels, and I know it might sound crazy to have like a Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels and a Pink Diamond Stephon Castle over like Dark Matter Oladipo, over Dark Matter Wade, but the height really does make a difference, and they are both very good defensive point guards, that I do think Stephon Castle is going to be in that B tier category. Luka Doncic, I think, is also S tier, kind of similarly with Devin Booker. Do I think they're like really worth their price tag, and do I think there's some overpowered and glitchy point guards like MJ is? No, I think MJ is still clearly the best point guard in this game, but Luka's still amazing, right? 6'7" point guard, 6'8" wingspan. He's still gonna have those 99 stats, those 30 Hall of Fame badges. Yes, they didn't really give him any good dribble sigs, but he still does have a great jump shot. That Kyrie Irving base, Luka upper on very quick, in my opinion, is actually a pretty good jump shot. I still think Luka's an S tier point guard, still one of the best in the game. Magic Johnson, probably also in the S tier category. I think him and Shea are kind of the arguable ones that maybe could not be an S, but I think Magic is still really good. He's probably be better than Shea in my personal opinion. 6'9" at point guard, 7'1" wingspan is just so valuable to have in the game, especially at this point. His defense is unreal. They actually gave him the best dribble style with the Darius Garland dribble style. He's got a really good push cross that does allow him to get to the basket with ease. His jump shots on very quick, so he's able to green wide open. Do you have to use him right? Do you have to know how to use this card 100%? There's definitely maybe a little bit of a skill gap when using this card, at least at the higher level, to really get the most out of Magic Johnson and to really capitalize what he can do well. Yes, you have to know how to use this card, but I do think Magic Johnson can also be used in like a casual player's hands and really dominate. So I do think Magic is going to be an S tier point guard. 100 overall Curry. This is probably the hardest decision of this entire video. This is really hard. I think he's better than Russell Westbrook. I think he's better than like a Dyson Daniels. I think he's A. I know he's a 100 overall card, so you're probably thinking, well, isn't he like S tier because he's a 100 overall card? He still is undersized, but I think 100 overall Curry is a lot better than what people make him out to be. Some people say this card is trash and not usable and whatever, but I think 100 overall Curry is very good. His jump shot is amazing on very quick. His sigs are actually pretty good, and he plays a lot of defense with those, crazy stats. Like he has a 99 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 98 interior defense. Really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. Like this card gets it done on the defensive end, and he's still one of the best offensive PGs in this game, that I do think Curry is going to be an A tier point guard. Gary Payton, I think, has to be S tier, and I have 6 point guards in S right now, but it feels like all these cards have to be an S tier. Can I drop a Gary Payton down to A? I don't feel like I can because of how good defensively he is, right? Really good defender. He's got a new and improved jump shot. That Lowry base, Colin Sexton upper on quick timing is one of the better point guard jump shots in this game. He's got some decent dribble sigs. He's a really good two-way point guard that I think you kind of have to put him in the S tier category. Now I think LaMelo Ball is a very clear A tier point guard. He's 6'7", so he does have a good height. He has a really good jump shot, but the thing about LaMelo is he doesn't have the best of dribble sigs, and I think his defense could be a lot better as well. So for me, I think LaMelo is a pretty clear A tier point guard. Jalen Green, he honestly is horrible, but I do think he's probably C tier. I think he's a little bit better than Tyrese Halliburton. Juan Dixon is really good. I think he's A tier as well. This card is super, not underrated, but kind of under the radar. 6'3" point guard, 6'7" wingspan, really good defensive stats. But the thing about this card is take a look at his animations. Patty Mills base, KCP upper on very quick timing. One of the better 3 hunting and one of the better guard jump shots in this entire game. He's got pretty good dribble sigs as well. Sure, is he undersized like Curry? 100% yes, but I think these cards are still both going to be in that A tier category. Lonzo Ball, I think kind of also has to be an S. He's on that same level as like a Magic Johnson. I think he's maybe even better than a card like Gary Payton and kind of on that same tier as a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a very good defensive point guard, and I know I have 7 point guards in the S tier category, but I think all these cards do deserve to be in that S tier category. Jalen Brunson's going to be in D tier. Gilbert Arenas probably going to be in C. He can still be good offensively, but realistically not going to be anything too crazy. I think Caruso and DeJounte Murray are A tier. I think both of these cards are very, very good at point guard. They are also very similar at point guard. Great defenders, can slash to the basket, have very solid jump shots, that I do think they're both going to be in that A tier category. Derrick Rose, realistically, is probably D tier. Maybe you could argue C, but realistically, I'm going to put Derrick Rose in that D tier category. I think Cade is probably B. I think Cade's still good at point guard. He's 6'6", has a pretty decent jump shot. He's got a good player model in game. Would really like to see a new Dark Matter Cade. I think he'd be a lot better than his Galaxy Opal version, but I do think Cade Opal is still going to be in B tier. Penny Hardaway, to me, I kind of just view him and Oscar Robertson as like the same level, both going to be in that C tier category. Still a good rim running point guard, 6'7", can play some defense. I think he's definitely solid. Kemba Walker going to be in D tier, and then I think Donovan Mitchell is probably going to be in that C tier category. So that's going to round out my point guard tier list. Like I did mention, guys, I know I have a lot of cards in the S tier category, but I do believe these are the seven best point guards in the game and kind of are on that next level step up from these cards in A tier. But again, this is the best point guard tier list, so pretty much every single card on this list is absolutely amazing at the point guard position. But in my opinion, these are the best in the game in the S and the A tier category. But let me know what you guys think about my point guard tier list. Let me know what cards you guys would change, maybe move up a tier, maybe move down. Let me know all your guys' thoughts and opinions, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.